Hey there, hi, Arshil here. Today I will be talking about why one should contribute to open source projects. So there are mainly two reasons why people choose to contribute to open source projects. And the first one is that people contribute out of interest. And the second reason why people choose to contribute is due to frustration. So let me explain with an example. For example, whatever projects I have been working on the uh, open source world are mostly due to my interest in the philosophy of a particular project or an organization, and I have like went to them, explored what is going on, and tried to onboard on a running train. But there could be another uh, world of people where they choose to contribute to open source project out of frustration. Uh, Taking an example of one encounter I had in my life was that when I was an intern at an organization, so we were using React admin, and there was this one thing that React admin's search bar do not allow debouncing. So you can actually like Google up what does debouncing mean, since this video is not about debouncing. But yes, this is a concept like when you press a keyboard, then you actually need to send a request to your backend, but which was not happening in the case of React admin, since the component which they ship was not coming with debouncing. So that was not a correct way, and we were using React admin throughout our project, and we didn't want it to shift to some other thing just for one component, which was actually an embed of the React admin parent component itself. So that was a frustrating moment for us, and at that time I had decided to go and check out the admin repo, raise an issue asking them if they can please launch this feature out soon in the next version, or maybe even if I can help them to contribute and make it work. So yes, this was one of the example why people contribute to open source, mostly because of frustration. If you are thinking from the perspective of a company, but if you are a student, I would encourage you to contribute out of interest. So, like, even if you contribute out of frustration, it ends up solving the problem for a huge number of people in future. So I would definitely recommend that you should go and explore the projects and try to add something. For example, another thing which I can recall is that there was a text editor, TUI editor, like the editor in terminal, as same as VS Code, but for terminals. So if you know about Vim, it's similar to Vim. So the problem was that we were not able to copy and paste our text from that editor, and I just like went on the project and I landed some contributions on it just because the way I was using it, it was not making me happy. It was frustrating because assume that if you want to copy paste something on a page and you are not able to do it, uh, think of it how frustrating it would be at times. So that ends up solving the problem for the upcoming users. So this is definitely one of the good thing to get frustrated by the projects and improve them further. So yes, and out of interest, like you can build good things, good ecosystem around something. For example, like React already exists since a long time. Facebook has open sourced it, and people had some issues writing a separate server code for backend services when they are just using APIs and stuff. So, like if someone wants to have a serverless architecture, then they can basically use Next.js, and Next actually utilized the React project under the hood and wrapped it into a serverless ecosystem. So that is really a good example where a problem was picked, and then they out of interest solved it. Like it's a combination of interest and frustration. So this is how eventually the projects evolve and the world evolved. Like earlier in 1980s or 1990s, people used to write assembly code or the firmware code a lot. But today, as of now, I am talking in 2024, people are just writing like AI apps using Streamlit frameworks or maybe no code solutions or no code solutions. So everything was built on top of something which was existing, and people made the existing thing more robust and reliable, and then they created a top layer on the existential thing. Like if you think of it, electricity came first, then out of electricity we built chips. Out of chips we built computers, and out of computers now we are talking today about GPUs, LLMs, and stuff like that. So yes, it is a progressive field, and probably this is a very good uh, platform. The Earth is best platform to actually contribute and make things open source. Also, I feel that like the uh, domain from which you come from does not matter in open source, because I there is an EV company which they actually have their own model open source, and LFX, the Linux Foundation, has partnered with it. And I think like in every aspect of engineering, to be honest, and even non-engineering stuff as well, open source prevails like anything. Like there are open data of uh, initiatives by various governments throughout the continent, and it's pretty easy to actually access something and build a layer on top of it. Like Indian government actually has this open gov stack which can be used further to enhance what we already built and how we built it, and this is prevalent everywhere. So Uber has that logging library. I forgot the name of the logger, but it's open source, and now the wrapper is part of CNCF. So I think it's like interest, frustration combined, and like by observing tens and thousands of projects, you can build one or two of your own, and it's a collective inspiration from all the existential projects. So you don't need to worry too much if it makes the cut or not, but keep making the efforts to help the ecosystem grow. And yeah, that should be like pretty much it. So keep contributing. Thank you.